Hey guys, I'm that nerd Louis and welcome to my latest video. So in this one I'm going to be doing another Angry Nerd and I'm going to be talking about why the world doesn't need nuclear weapons. So there are currently about 8 known countries that have their own nuclear weapons, including the likes of the UK, the USA, France, China, Russia, India, Pakistan, North Korea. And there's also Israel, but they've never really admitted to having them. It's just suspected that they do have some. So there's a couple of countries there. Actually is it 8? Yeah, there's 8 and then there's 9 if you count Israel, yeah, that's what I meant. But anyway, yeah, in my opinion, this is just wrong. Like, we've all seen what happened at the end of the Second World War when USA dropped nuclear bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, and there's still parts of Japan that are affected by the radiation from that. And then there's also the power plant disaster after the tsunami a couple of years back that also has sort of had an impact. But the main bit I'm talking about is from the nuclear bombs at the end of the war itself. And it's just still shocks me today as to why USA even did that. Like, there was just no need for it, in my opinion. The Allies had practically already won. I know it was for revenge on sort of from Pearl Harbor and that sort of thing, but there was actually like no need to punish innocent people for what their country did in the war. For a sense, they had no say about it. Like, the ordinary person that lives in Nagasaki or Hiroshima back then wouldn't have even really. Well, they wouldn't have had a say in whether the country went to war or not, to be fair, unless they're like, was it an emperor back then or something like that? I think there was an emperor, and if you're like a general or something, then you probably have some sort of say in sort of the places you go to war. But these ordinary people, they had no sort of connection to it at all. It just happened that they were in their country that had gone to war against like USA and like the rest of the Allied forces. It's just like, there's no need to kill innocent people that have done absolutely nothing wrong. And I think that's what is so bad about nuclear weapons, because in like warfare, when it's just like straight up guns in like for example in like the First World War, it was just people in trenches and they were just shooting each other. Yes, I disagree with war altogether, but with that, at least it's like they're the military forces that are going in. They kind of they do have some sort of connection, I guess you could say, and they are sort of more connected and more responsible for the war itself. Because if all the soldiers just went, we're not taking part in this war, then there wouldn't be a war. So, you know, that's sort of there. But innocent people who have literally like nothing, like no say about it, come on, man. If nuclear weapons were launched tomorrow, I don't know where, just pick any place. I'm not going to say anywhere specific, because that's kind of just like labelling countries, saying they're open for attack, or there's countries that are going to attack, because that's just not fair. You can't just do that. You can't stir up trouble, because that's essentially what the media and stuff like that do. They kind of stir up trouble between different countries, and which is another reason why I don't think there should be sort of borders between countries. It should just be Earth. But that's just my personal opinion. Again, away from that, this is an event, as the Nagasaki and Hiroshima bombings, this is an event that should never be repeated again. Nuclear weapons should never be launched again. They shouldn't even like exist. All the world's nuclear weapons just need to be disarmed and destroyed by every single country. Like, everyone, like every single country that has them should sign sort of a treaty or something along the lines of that basically says they're going to get rid of all their nuclear weapons. And if all the countries did it at once, then there's no country saying, oh, why are we being made to get rid of them when they can keep them? You know what I mean? It's kind of like, it's fair, because if everyone gets rid of them at the same time, then there's no danger of someone just launching them at someone. And even if, like, say for example, I was the leader of, I don't know, just say I was a leader of a country that had nuclear weapons. Obviously I wouldn't be, because I'm an anarchist. I don't believe in leaders and that sort of thing. But let's just say, for argument's sake, that I am. Let's just say I'm the leader of a country that has nuclear weapons. And then let's say another country launches a nuclear weapon at a part of my country. I wouldn't launch another nuclear weapon back at them, because at the end of the day, you're just destroying the Earth. Because if everyone starts launching freaking missiles everywhere, the Earth's just going to cook and just die. You know what I mean? Like, there won't be any world left. So why would you launch a nuke in the first place? Like, it honestly just pisses me off so much that these weapons even exist. Like, they shouldn't exist. They really shouldn't. They shouldn't have been created in the first place. Yes, nuclear power and nuclear energy is fine as long as it's sort of maintained safely and that sort of thing. But making the weapons out of them is just no need. They shouldn't be. I don't understand. It pisses me off so much. I don't even understand why there's war, to be honest. It's just because the media and all the countries think, oh, our country's better than your country. It's kind of like my dad's bigger than your dad. It's just like, no, can we not? There's just no point of it. Just everyone get rid of your nuclear weapons. Like this, for example, there's no use America making Iran agree to not make nuclear weapons, which, by the way, they're not even like the tiniest bit close. Like they're so far away from making nuclear weapons. Like they only have like nuclear power, and it's the sort of amount of nuclear material that they're getting isn't enough to make weapons out of. It's some sort of, I'm not an expert, but it's something to do with the sort of grade of the nuclear material or something like that. I'm not entirely sure. If someone knows more about it, let me know in the comments. But I just know that they're not close to making the weapons. They're not going to make the weapons. But yeah, there's no point in asking them to do it when America have got nuclear missiles coming out of their fucking arseholes like, oh, we've got nuclear weapons, but you can't have nuclear weapons. Well, no, why don't you just get rid of them as well? Like, even North Korea have said that they signed a similar treaty, so they get rid of all the nukes and don't make any more, but only if America do the same. Like, they've got the right idea. Get everyone to get rid of the nuclear weapons. Get America to do it. America, you can't just keep your nukes. There's just no need. You can't tell Russia and China and Pakistan and North Korea and all them to get rid of the nuclear weapons if you're just going to hoard yours and get ready to when, oh, we're going to dominate the world, because that's essentially what the USA and their military sort of strategy is. It's like anyone that tries to challenge our way of life, so tries to, I don't know, bring out a new political idea or something like that, it just gets shot down. They just go in and invade it straight away. Just go in and invade, because that's what USA do. Like, no offense, I love America as a country, but their government and their sort of foreign policy absolutely does my nutting. Like, I can't understand why they would want to do that, and they claim to fight for freedom and all this and but at the end of the day, capitalists. Capitalism is not freedom. Capitalism is essentially legalized slavery. I'm sorry, it just is. But yeah, why don't you all just get rid of your nukes? Like, all of it. Just, why don't you just fucking get rid of them? All of you. Every single country. Like, no country needs nuclear weapons, and anyone that disagrees, in my opinion, is an absolute dickhead, and you deserve to rot. In fact, you deserve to get strapped to these nuclear weapons and fired off into space so they can just get rid of them all, or however they get rid of them, drown them in the ocean or whatever. Just get rid of them and get rid of all supporters of nuclear weapons, because it fucking does my head in. And I know recently that the UK are going to be renewing, well, they're going to vote to renew the Trident, which is the nuclear submarine that has all the nuclear missiles on, which is kept up in Scotland, and obviously the SNP have gone mad about it, and Labour, well, if Jeremy Corbyn doesn't like it either, if he gets in, and it doesn't like it even if he doesn't get in. But yeah, they wanted to renew this nuclear submarine, and it's going to cost like £100 billion or something. It's just like, we're in debt. The country is in debt. Why are you spending money on unnecessary things? Like, you're an actual, like, if David Cameron thinks, like, I was going to say, if he thinks that it's a good idea to actually get them, then he's a cunt. But he's a cunt anyway. Absolutely hate his guts. If he died, I'd laugh. That's how much I hate him. But anyway, guys, hope you did enjoy this video. I went proper hard there. I was really mad. It's just a thing that really gets me annoyed. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, leave a like if you did. Comment on what your opinions are on nuclear weapons and whether you agree with me and you think they should be got rid of. Subscribe if you enjoy my content in general. I do daily vlogs every single day. I'll see you next time, guys. Take care.